Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, yay. So happy you're here. So happy you're back here. If you're coming back, thank you to all my new subscribers. Honestly, people might make fun of me, but we're not worried about them. I literally consider each one of you humans who subscribe, who like, who comment, who share, who engage with my work. You're as good as 1,000 people each, honestly. To me, like, I'm not here to like go viral. And that's cool if it happens, I guess. But the point is, each person means so much to me. So thank you for being here. I'm so happy you are. So yeah, let's get straight into today's video. So yeah, let's just go there. Lately, let me just catch you up with where I'm at. And I have a strong feeling that you might be there too, or heading there. So if I could provide some insight, some guidance, I'm happy to do that. Okay, so lately I've been feeling to go back to past work that has like lit me up and inspired me, right? So there are two books that specifically that I've been going back to. One I'm listening to on an audiobook, which is The Works of Florence Scovel. Oh my gosh, you guys. She's a metaphysical teacher from the 1940s, like that time. So I just love her. I love her work. She's so certain with everything she says. She's just so inspiring. You know, there's so much that I talk about on here that I'm like, I don't know who's going to see it. Like, you know, is my mom's cousin going to see it from overseas and wonder like, and you know, people make their own assumptions. There's just like so much unknown. There's so much people could do and take things out of context. And it's like, I come on here, I've been doing this, well, not YouTube, but I've been doing this work for 3 years and, on social media, at least for 3 years. And so I've been talking about this stuff for so long. I feel so comfortable most of the time, but then like thoughts like that will come in. Like, what if my dad's freaking, you know, brother's sister-in-law like sees this and now it's the topic of conversation at the next family feast and like how embarrassing. So those things will come up. Like if you get into work that's, you know, not common to say the least, you know, there's a lot of risks, I guess. There's a lot of risks with anything that we do, but especially with something like this, like putting yourself out there for the world to see. And I guess you always want to come back to what is your mission? Like, what's the whole point of this? You know what I mean? What is the point? What is your purpose in doing it? Because that has to be greater than what Sally says and what Benny says or might say about you to freaking Pedro. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? They're gonna talk anyway. Let them be inspired by you. Wow, look at her. Like, it also depends on where they're at. You know, you're gonna get different things from different people, and they might surprise you. So always leave space for miracles, right? Like, they might surprise you, and they might say things like, maybe not today, maybe years down the line, like, because of you, I started my own business. Because of you, because you put yourself out there so boldly and so confidently, I too did that in my own way, you know, at my own place of work and whatever. And so we're always inspiring people. They may never tell you, and that's not the point. The point is you do it for you first, right? When you look back, do you want to remember being fearful? Do you want to remember letting fear take over? Like, do you want to know, like, you let fear take over and what would you do? Actually, that's a great journal prompt that I would love for you to journal on. I'm going to start doing that from time to time, actually, like give you some subconscious breakthrough questions so you can learn yourself better and gain clarity, right? With what you really want, because most of us are walking around without a clue as to what we actually really want, like in our heart. Like, what do you actually want? You know, we're living with all these stories, me included. I was recently thinking a certain way and experiencing a certain thing for 2 months almost, right? Like December and January. And then it was all like cleared and all the negativity like melted away and I saw clearly and I was like, whoa, this is what I actually wanted all along, but I couldn't see it, right? So when you're in like a dark place, when you're in it, it's hard to see it, right? But that's why like insight is so important. That's why journaling is so important, because we're putting our thoughts on paper and we're realizing it's just not that deep. And what do we actually want? And why are we going on this route when it's not what we want? But our minds get in the way, right? Just like our minds can get in the way of our mission. And like, what are you here to do? Are you here to help one person even? Lead the way, guide people. Like you likely went through something really hard and you're on the other side of it, and you can guide people who are about to go through it. You know what I mean? And you never know where your message lands, where your videos land, and they may just land in the people's hands who need it the most. And it could literally save a life. No pressure though. So the point is, you know, I used to look at YouTube and think, I remember I had a psychic reading. I know I'm going all over the place, but let's just go. Let's just go all the places. I had a psychic reading and this woman was like really, really sweet. And she was younger than me. Like quite a few years younger than me, right? But so wise, such an old soul, whatever. And she is a YouTuber. And she was telling me, oh my God, you need to be on YouTube. You would be so great. I so see you on YouTube. Now, again, this was a psychic reading. I wanted her to like, tell me what you see in the future, what a possible potential reality for me, you know, in the future. And she was like, I so see you. Actually, she said, I see like red, and like, I don't know why so much red is coming up for me, which this is more of like a berry, but I was going for like a red color today because it's the Chinese New Year, and apparently wearing red today is good luck, good fortune. So she was like, I so see you on YouTube, and oh my God, you would help so many people. And I was like, no, I would never. I couldn't. Do you know how many times, you guys, I've said I could never, or I would never? And do you know how I ate those words? I'm sure you can relate. I have learned to not say that as much because you just don't know. You really just don't know. You know, I was a different version of myself. I thought completely different. I was too worried about what people thought of me, appearing a certain way and being a certain way. And I just like, you either like me or you don't. I don't know. Like, I don't care that much. Because I like me. I fill my own cup up and I know who loves me, you know? And so anybody else, like, if I'm for you, great. If not, like, that's cool too. There's so many of us here, and we're not all meant to be in each other's lives and get each other, right? So I guess my message is, do something bold, do something you've been wanting to do, but have been putting it off. And maybe you don't even realize that it's because you're afraid of what people might say. Don't not do something because of what people might say. Obviously, do things with integrity, and you want to be able to look back and be proud of yourself and stand by yourself and like that version of you. For me, that's like where I gauge. I know my message and my mission, and I'm good with like what comes through me is like, it's just not that deep, you know? I trust myself more than ever. I used to trust other people way more than I trusted myself. So when people would say like, oh, don't say that, or oh, don't do that, or oh, that comes off like this, or that kind of looks like this. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I hope you do something that scares you a little bit, but really excites you at the same time. And I hope you get this one chance at this one life, and go big. Follow your heart, follow your intuition. You can trust yourself. And if you don't right now, you build trust by doing things that you want to do, not anybody else, not what somebody told you was okay. You don't need a permission slip to do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Okay. You are loved. You are worthy. You are meant to be here. You found this video for a reason. I would trust that. And yeah, if you want to see more like this vibe of like, go big on your dreams and your purpose and things like that, you want to check out Blissfully Aligned Destiny. It's my newest offer. It's so good. We get really clear on your purpose, and it's really so cool. I love what people have been finding and learning about themselves. And even when I learned about myself, it like resonated so deeply. I was like, this is exactly what I'm doing. This is amazing. So you might even get confirmation or get clarity on your purpose. So I love you. Check that out and I'll see you next time.